Здравствуйте, and welcome to another episode of Create a Slav. Today I'm going to make for you some apple pie. It's a traditional Russian Ukrainian dish. My mom made this. I remember she made the batter in a huge bowl like this. So I would like to try and recreate this, but on a smaller version. So in here I have 1.5 cups of sifted flour. I have half a cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of baking powder, and baking soda. No, sorry, I keep on mixing those up. Baking powder and half a teaspoon of salt. So you just sort of mix that in like that. And what you are going to do with this is get some butter. And you need half a cup of butter, which is one of these sticks. And I like to cut it up and put it in my batter just so it gets it started on breaking up the butter. And then you're going to get a pastry blender, and you're going to blend it by hand because, of course, we like to do a lot of stuff, manual labor here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just break this up till it's not all nicely blended and crumbly, and then I'll get back to you with the next step. Okay, so I'm here just finishing up mixing of this flour and butter mixture. Let me just put that to the side. The next step you want to do is get 1 egg, and you want to mix it with some, I'm going to use right now some sour cream. So I'm going to take a little dollop of sour cream. You need about half a cup of cream, and I'm going to add also some buttermilk. So I'm going to mix that up together, and this is going to go into the batter. Let me just mix it up really quickly so it's even consistent. So you could just add cream, but I'm trying to experiment and add these other flavors that'll give it, because we're going to put sugar on it. It's going to be kind of sweet, so I want to just make sure that the dough part isn't too sweet, and it's also going to give it a nice flavor when we add the buttermilk and sour cream. So we mix that up until it's kind of a gooey paste that we're going to put into a pan. We're going to layer it into a pan. We want about an 8 by 8 pan. That should do nicely. I don't have one. I'm going to use a round pan instead. So it's going to look like that. It might be a little bit too much butter, but that'll be okay. So I'm going to now get a greased pan with some butter, and I'm just going to pour this mixture into the pan. You probably added a little bit too much of the buttermilk because it shouldn't be this gooey. Just mix it up, maybe I'll mix it up a little more, that's fine. Okay, so and I'm just using my hands because I don't have my spatula with me. And yeah, I know this is really gross. Okay, so I'm going to just mix it, not with my hand because this is now really disgusting, but put it with a fork. And yeah, this is really kind of gooey, but hey. Sometimes, you know, there was this famous cook, Julia Childs, and she cooked a lot of French cooking, and she was really famous at a show. And she apparently, on one of her shows, which was taped all live back then, she dropped a chicken, and she just said, "Hey, it's okay." So this might not be the best mixture because I kind of overdid it with the buttermilk, but it's okay. It'll still taste good. So I'm going to put this down like that and wipe off my hands a bit. The next step we want to do is get some apples. So I have already set aside some apples. These have to be pretty thinly sliced, and I'm going to layer them on the top of this cake mix. And I added, you can add cinnamon to this, but I'm not going to because there's going to be a stream mixture that goes on top of it that has cinnamon, so I don't want to overpower everything. But you have to something, if you are going to cut them ahead of time, because they will turn brown. These turn brown because I did actually add a little bit of that crust that I made the other day, because I just wanted to experiment. But you know, I really want to do lemon. Some people add the apple actually in the batter mixture, but I'm not going to do that. So there are several versions of this. You could also add different fruits, such as plums would work nice, or cherries. I wouldn't use strawberries because they're too fragile of a berry. So I would try plums. Maybe pears would be really nice. I did do a French cookie class where we made this amazing dessert with plums. So I used about 1 apple in this. You can add a little bit more, and you're going to cover this with a strudel mixture, which will mix things better between the apples. Okay, so that. So in this mixture here, I have about 2 tablespoons of flour. I have about 2 tablespoons of 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and I also have a quarter cup of brown sugar. So in this mixture, what we want to do is also add butter, and the butter's got to be pretty cold. You want to put on about 2 tablespoons of butter. So like this, and when it smells good, it's going to be mixed in with the cutter pastry. And you want to make a nice crumbly mixture with this. That's going to go layered on top of your apple pie. So this isn't like the apple pie with the lattice and the dough that you would find in North America. This is a slightly different version. It's kind of a cross between cake and pie. So it's more cake than it is pie. So, but it is very popular. It's great to have with coffee. It's a great dessert to have around the house. And it's really quick and easy to make. As you can see, it doesn't really take very long to prepare any of the ingredients. It's very inexpensive because most of these ingredients are very inexpensive to get from your grocer, especially the apples. Right now are getting good apples. So mixing this so you have like this crumbly mixture that is then going to be spread on top of the apples. So what's going to happen is it's going to slightly caramelize when it goes into the oven, and the brown sugar will melt and the butter will melt, and it's all going to ooze into the layers of the cake. So what I do is just crumble it on top. While this is going on, you should have had already preheated your oven to about 375, and you're going to cook this for approximately 25 minutes. You're going to have to check to see how your apples are doing, because you don't want them to be crunchy. They should be fairly soft when they come out of the oven. So I'm just going to finish topping this off, and then I'm going to stick in the oven, and then you'll see the final results when we come back. Hi, welcome back. We have here the cake out of the oven. It looks really good. Normally you want to keep it a bit cooler, but I just cannot wait. If you really want to make it really fancy, I would get a cookie cutter and cut round pieces and plate it. But I'm going to just do it the old-fashioned way. I'm just hoping this thing is cooked all the way through, because it's had some issues with it running. Okay, so here it is. Look at that yummy cake. So you can see in here, everything looks good, cake-like. And I'm going to take a bite. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, that is so good. It's not very sweet, the batter, but the topping on the top gives it that nice flavor of sweetness that you will need for it. You can add some cream to this if you want. It is so good. You will never find a cake like this in the store, which are too saccharinated. This is one of my favorite cakes. So please get a chance to try this out. For right now, this is Creative Slav. Paka.